Thank you all for having me. This is an interesting presentation as normally we're introducing connectivity or connected fitness and our vision of what this looks like to people that have never thought about sensors on their body, or retailers that are scratching their head about what all this connected talk is. So this is our room. I feel like we're one of each other, so thank you for having me today. So what we'll do today is we'll talk a little bit about what is Under Armour Connected Fitness. And what we really want to accomplish today is let you know that we are here to educate you on the facts of your body. So when we look at an athlete, or we look at some of our elite athletes, they've had technology as part of their staff, their training for a number of years. Our elite colleges, our elite athletes, our elite teams are covered in sensors during their training, during their preparation, whether it's for the Super Bowl if you're Tom Brady, or the Olympics, or a heavyweight fight if you're Canelo Alvarez. So they've known about these sensors and these products for a long time. We're now democratizing that so that the consumer can start to learn the facts of their body. What we've done so far this year in 2017, it's been a banner year. It's been a banner year for Under Armour. So our CEO, Kevin Plank, was the keynote speaker at CES. If you were to ask him 20 years ago when we launched our first T-shirt, a compression shirt, which he will tell you was a technology product, that in 20 years he'd be speaking or leading the keynote of the Consumer Electronics Show, he would have really scratched his head and thought, how does that all weave together 20 years down the road? But ultimately, we landed there based on our platform of connected fitness applications. We also released a number of new shoes that also have sensors built in. And we announced a partnership with Johns Hopkins University around sleep as it relates to performance and recovery. That ultimately led to some new products that we launched at the Consumer Electronics Show around sleep recovery wear, where we're taking far infrared properties, putting them into clothing, and helping athletes recover while they sleep. So who are we? We're the world's largest digital health and connected fitness platform. We have over 199 million users on the platform. So what that means to this room is that we have over 1.3 billion meals logged already year to date. We have 100 million workouts logged year to date. So we have this closeness, this handshake with our consumer that goes well beyond just making a product for them. We actually see how they work out. We see the type of food that they use to fuel for their workouts. Clearly, it helps us make better products. If we understand how somebody runs or trains for an event, we will be able to position products and make better products for that athlete, that amateur athlete or that professional athlete. Really important to the Under Armour Connected Fitness platform and getting all of those users into getting their data is making sure that it's frictionless. So we have apps, we have hardware that you've seen out there with the health box display. We use the data and the insights to keep athletes coming back. Right? We've all downloaded apps onto our phone where after a few days they're useless. It is our mission to make sure that those apps remain important, that every morning when you wake up, you want to look how your sleep was. Every day at the end of the day, you want to see how many calories you consumed versus how many calories you burned. So really making sure that those apps are of value to the athlete. Of course, also then is the content and the community. So as I mentioned earlier, over 199 million people on our platform. We take this approach to 24/7, where we want to engage with them around the clock, whether they're working out, grabbing lunch, looking online for articles around how to live healthier, shopping, looking for Under Armour product, right? We want to be there throughout their day. And how we do that is through our suite of apps. So quick kind of hand raise here. How many people have used an Under Armour app in the past? few? Okay. So one of the apps that we purchased, MyFitnessPal, is the world's largest nutritional database. So some of you may not have realized that that is an Under Armour app. We get commentary in the app all the time about how come there's so much Under Armour ads in this, branding on this, right? Well, it's because we own it, right? So we're going to put our brand out there. It's an incredible platform for us. Through these suite of apps, you can actually see there's different kind of experiences within each app. And that MyFitnessPal user may be looking just to lose 10 pounds before his or her wedding. Our MapMyFitness or Endomondo user may be looking to find routes for a run or routes for a bike. And then Under Armour Record is your dashboard where you see all of that data kind of come together. So through this suite of apps, we can actually look at athletes and give them different experiences. One of the experiences that we want to provide is a holistic approach. So whether it's sleep, nutrition, activity, fitness, we want to take a 24/7 look at an athlete's day. And these properties that you see up here, this is how our elite athletes, how they're measured. They have a team of strength and conditioning coaches, right, that are monitoring their fitness and activity. They have a dietitian or somebody that's focused on their nutrition. If they need to gain weight for their position, if they need to lose weight for an upcoming event. And then, of course, sleep as it relates and recovery. One of the most important pieces in here is the sleep as it relates to recovery. And what we say at Under Armour and how we position this particular quadrant is that your previous night's sleep is your next day's training, right? If you're training hard, if you're training for something, but you're not recovering, you could be doing yourself a disservice. You could end up injured by not having that recovery. So we're really focused on tracking that, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a few slides. We also want to make sure that we're delivering the right content at the right time. So within these apps, and this is more focused a little bit on New Year's resolutions and people that put in goals that they wanted to lose weight. And within these apps, we want to present this data to those people, right? And if you're someone that has a goal of gaining weight, you need to put muscle on for an event that you're training for. We don't want to be sending you content around how to diet or the best ways to diet, right? We want to be sending you different content. This content that you see on the board was something that we sent right after New Year's. Right? There's this moment where everybody has their New Year's resolution that they're going to live healthier, they're going to eat better, right? And so as we see those goals get input into the platform, we start to curate content to send to them. And we curate about 120 different pieces of content a month. Sometimes those can equal about 100, upwards of 120 million people reading that content in that particular month. So again, keeping that audience captive, right? Keeping them interested in the Under Armour platform. It also leads to, as I mentioned a few slides ago, products, that hardware, right? We as athletes, when we're training for something, you want the facts of your body, and you want to have that in a frictionless way. Right? You don't want to have to remember to put another sensor on, to charge another sensor, to remember to throw another product into your bag, right? When you're packing your stuff for your gym workout the next day. What we've come up with at Under Armour and launched, this is version 2 of the product, is a connected shoe. And the connected shoe basically has a sensor built in, and it's a smart shoe. So as we call it, a smart shoe. Doesn't need to be recharged. You'll see your shoe's life. So as you're running and you're getting your statistics of your run, your pace, your cadence, duration, distance, you'll also understand your shoe's life. So you'll know when your shoe starts to come to the end of life. This is an incredible marketing moment for Under Armour because we also know. And we can put a shoe in front of you. When we see your shoe getting to 300 miles, we can put a shoe advertisement in front of you that starts to bring you in to possibly a buy decision on a new shoe or the newest style of shoe that's replaced the shoe you're currently running in. The data all syncs into the app, the Map My Run app. But most importantly about this shoe is that it actually gets you to race day healthy. And what does that mean? The shoe has a sensor in it that we've worked with our U.S. Olympic athletes on and saw them training at the facility, the U.S. Olympic facility. And what they would do is they would jump, and they had a room where they would go in, and there'd be lasers and tiles on the floor with pressure, and the coaches would have them do a series of exercises. And they'd understand, coming out of that room, how ready that athlete was. So we saw that, and with our partner, we're able to actually incorporate that same sort of thought logic into the shoe, into the sensor of the shoe. So now there's a jump test that you do with the shoe. And every other day, you got to, if you do it 3 times, you'll set yourself a baseline. And then every day before you work out, you can do this jump test, and the shoe will tell you if you're ready to run. Ready to run far, ready for a short run, ready for your average run. So this shoe will help you get to race day healthy. And that's how we're positioning this in the market. So I think I had a video, if you want to maybe show the video, if you guys can pull it up.
In 2016, Under Armour brought you the new wearable, a running shoe that syncs with Map My Run to track the metrics that matter to you. Time, cadence, duration, distance, splits, shoe life. It lets you run fully connected. This year, we're taking a huge jump forward. In 2017, synced with the UA Map My Run, our all-new UA record-equipped shoes answer the question, are you ready to run? A simple jump test measures your air and ground contact time to identify your muscle fatigue and tell you how intensely to train. You've spent your whole life trying to run harder. Thanks to Under Armour, you're gonna run smarter.
Great, that was it. So that was supposed to play a little bit earlier in the presentation, so we're a little out of order there. But anyways, the first slide that I had mentioned about learning the facts of your body, that is our goal at Under Armour Connected Fitness. And with the product, with the shoes that we have just launched, we start to get closer to that, right? The shoes help you understand the facts of your body. And so this is a marketing campaign that we will be translating and promoting across the globe over the next 2 years, and making sure that, are you ready to run? Do you understand the facts of your body, and are you ready to run? So thank you very much.